This is Valerie Park speaking. On Friday, December the 14th, I made this presentation to deans, associate deans, and directors of Mohawk College on the status of the Institutional Learning Outcome Project team. And I described the team tasks to date, presented 6 draft institutional learning outcomes, and asked for courses of feedback from college stakeholders. The Institutional Learning Outcome Project team is one of 6 of the key projects for 2012 and 2013 emanating from Mohawk's academic plan. Institutional learning outcomes are part of most post-secondary institutions' learning framework. And we all know that there are classroom outcomes, course learning outcomes, degree, diploma learning outcomes, and institutional learning outcomes fit just above the degree and diploma and certificate level of learning outcomes. And what institutional learning outcomes do are define the ideal graduate from that institution. And we know that it takes an entire college to educate a student, faculty in the classrooms, coaches on the courts, counselors, advisors. And because of this, we have put together a project team to craft our institutional learning outcomes that reflect our entire college. Counselors, student advisors, faculty, alumni have all been included. And what this team has done during the fall semester is created a list of skills and attributes of good community volunteer, a good co-worker or fellow professional, or a good student. And with these attributes and traits, we then began to fashion institutional learning outcomes. And with these attributes, we looked at documents that reflected 21st century skills and competencies. And we have drawn heavily from the Canadians for the 21st Century Learning and Innovation. This group states the skills that are required for successful workers and learners in the 21st century, not only in Canada, but around the world. And then as we crafted our institutional learning outcomes, we then checked them back against key college documents and ministry documents to ensure that our institutional learning outcomes, as they are evolving, are consistent and support the guidelines of both a college and the ministry. And through this process, we have created 6 institutional learning outcomes. We think what we will end up with is probably 4. And what we intend to do is to poll our stakeholders and ask for their input on these broad areas. And what skills or what abilities do they see our students having when they graduate from the Mohawk Institute of Health and Technology in the future, say in 2016. And under each of these institutional learning outcomes, and they are still draft, we have included the concepts of entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship, diversity, health and wellness, life balance, all the concepts that people have contributed to us, that we have read about, and that we have seen in the institutional learning outcomes of other post-secondary institutions in the province of Ontario. On December the 7th, this appeared in the media. The University of Guelph has established 5 institutional learning outcomes that will reflect their work in the future. And ours are quite consistent with the University of Guelph's, and we know that we want our students to be able to move to courses at the University of Guelph, and similarly, University of Guelph students to migrate to Mohawk. So we are pleased with that. We are continuing to survey our members of our community for their input, and what we would like to hear back from deans, associate deans, and directors are ways that we can go out as a team and seek additional feedback. We are willing to make presentations to meetings in the month of January. We are going to create a lecture capture which defines institutional learning outcomes as an informational tool. We will continue our ranking poll, and if you have any other ideas, questions, comments, thoughts, concerns, please do email me. I will be happy to respond to you. Thanks very much.